Hello, my name is Shane Fidler. I'm the new head football coach here at Ashley Ridge High School. I will also be teaching social studies. I'm also PE certified. Coming from Waccamaw High School in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Out there I taught world geography. I was also head football coach. Last season, we won 7 games. We were ranked in the top 10 state at one point. Some considered the best season in school history. Very happy to be here at Ashley Ridge High School. So I was coaching junior college football, and I was tutoring kids in social studies. And I realized I had a knack, I guess, for connecting with kids and teaching, and I enjoyed social studies. I was a history major in college. So at that point, I decided that I wanted to go back to grad school, get a teaching degree, and work in high schools. So that was a cool thing that happened. And you never know when you're going to realize what your passion is. My favorite part about teaching is just being in the classroom with everyone and seeing that light click. There's something that a student or player doesn't understand, and they do get it, and that's very rewarding, and it's why you get into the business. This year at AR, well, we're looking forward to being at a new home and meeting everyone here and getting immersed in the culture here, but also hopeful for a football season and hopeful for an in-person return with all the students here at Ashley Ridge High School. I just don't understand TikTok, I guess. I guess I have now reached the point where new social medias don't make sense to me. I've had a Snapchat forever, so that makes sense to me, and kids always are shocked that I have a Snapchat, but it was around when I was in grad school, so I don't understand why they'd be upset. They're the ones that are new to it, not me. But TikTok, I don't get that yet. I don't understand why you want to move your mouth to someone else's words. I'm fine with the dancing part, but I don't understand some of the other videos. So I guess I've now reached old man status. I think you gotta constantly be looking at ways to update your seating arrangement. Obviously that has a lot of benefits as a teacher, classroom management, etc. But I think if you're constantly moving people around the room, giving them different vantage points in the space, giving them, helping them interact with new people, because in the real world you don't just get to work with your friends all the time. You got to work with different people, and you got to work in team environments. So sometimes we'll be in rows working independently. Sometimes we'll set them up in groups, but we'll always be moving people around and trying to get them to meet new people and create those new experiences that they may not get in other places. I think it makes things more simple, because I think kids of today are very good with technology. So I think us as teachers, the older people in the school, we need to adapt to them. It's easier for one person to adapt than it is for 30 in the classroom. So it's our job to learn the technology and to give each student their best experience possible while using the technology. I would turf the football field and build a dome. That's what I would do if I won the lottery. Also, I would still teach. I think about this question a lot. I never played a lottery, so I don't know why I think about it. But I would also buy a golf course so I can golf for free anytime I want it. Well, right now there's not much sports going on, but there is the NBA bubble. So really enjoying LeBron, ready to watch him win another ring to solidify himself as the greatest basketball player ever. Also Orioles baseball, because Major League Baseball is playing. And movie, TV show wise, watching Last Chance U right now, trying to finish that new season. It's a great show, and that's on Netflix. Also watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, trying to finish that. I got 2 seasons left of that, and then on TV, a new show called Tough as Nails, reality show about blue-collar people doing competitive things like Survivor, Amazing Race. That's only a couple weeks in. It's a brand new series, but it's been very interesting and entertaining, and it's appointment television for our household. I grew up in Dover, Pennsylvania, which is in York County. It's very confusing to a lot of people. They don't understand how you can grow up in Dover and York and right outside of, they don't understand how all that works because it's just the way the cities and everything are designed up there. But it was a lot different. We didn't have spring break. We got out of school in the middle of June because we had all these snow days, and I also remember days of, 6 to 8 inches of snow hitting the ground, and my dad telling me to wake up and shovel because we had to get to the bus stop that day. So it was a lot different. We didn't have hurricanes. We didn't cancel for rain or wind or anything like that. And also just, from a history perspective, as a history teacher, some of the things we were taught are different than some of the things we teach here in South Carolina. So that shows that different people in different parts of the country receive different information about the education they're receiving to explain the same things. It's all regional based, and we learned a lot about Gettysburg, and you talk about that for maybe 5 minutes in U.S. history now. So in South Carolina, because I grew up near Gettysburg. So I think there was a lot of differences there, weather-wise, lifestyle-wise, and education-wise. Recently, I've been reading a lot of not coaching books, but there are books that inspire you for coaching and leading people. And there's a book recently I read called Legacy by James Kerr. It was about the New Zealand All Blacks rugby team and how they're one of the most prominent organizations in the world in any sport, and they were struggling for a while. And it talks about how their leadership, player leadership, and coach leadership, and administrative leadership, the things they did to turn it around, and how it was very servant-based. Had a lot of applicable things that we here in the United States and the Ashley Ridge community can learn from and apply. Don't really like that stuff, but I do watch Star Wars. For some reason, the whole Imperial versus the Rebellion thing is interesting. But DC and Marvel I don't really get into. I do like Batman because he's one of the only humans that fights crime. With a bat suit on, but he's a human that fights crime. He's not flying, or he's not a giant green thing walking around Earth. That's not realistic. Star Wars is not realistic either, but they don't pretend to be on Earth. So I guess that's why I have an interest in Star Wars. Hope everyone is excited to return. We've been off for a long time from seeing each other at school. And if we are lucky enough to have everyone attend football games this fall, this school year, we hope that you come and you cheer loud and you support your team, your classmates that are on the team, because they work extremely hard to try to bring you a lot of pride in your school, and just give them words of encouragement. And when you come to the game, cheer loud and understand that we're going to do everything we can to hunt for you. We're going to a lot of hard work, unselfishness, no excuses, and toughness. If you live by that, just like we will on the football team, we'll have a lot of success and have a great year at Ashley Ridge High School.